Hi, I'm Andrew from Creative Guitar. Thanks for tuning into my weekly guitar blog. It is Friday, August 13th, 2010. And this week I'll be discussing a couple things, the summer concert ripoff that's going on. And of course I'll be answering a guitar blog subscriber question, this time about restringing guitars. But first of all, I want to talk about, at breakfast the other day I had the radio on and I was listening to the local CBC station and they had the entertainment editor discussing two recent concerts that just came through my town here. A week or so ago we had Bon Jovi at our stadium, and the previous night to that radio broadcast I was listening to, we had the Backstreet Boys reunion tour that was rolling through our main arena here in town. And the discussion was actually all about how the touring industry was basically robbing the fans blind with a shady ticket sales practice that sounds like it's kind of taken hold on the summer concert industry, and it has just eroded consumer confidence. Now, if you aren't aware of this scam, basically it is a scam. It's sort of a market manipulation thing with their ticket prices. Basically, how it works is essentially it goes like this. A major touring act is announced and the tickets go on sale. And then the prime floor seating runs the concert goer a ticket price of around, let's say, $150 to about $250. Our recent prime floor seating for the Bon Jovi concert was $250 a ticket. So what happens after that is, as the concert comes and draws closer and closer to show date, there are gaping holes all over the venue. So in an effort to not have the venue look like it's half empty, what the promoter does is about 4 to 6 days before the concert, they begin a massive seating blowout. At our local Bon Jovi show, the same seats that the diehard fans paid $250 for started getting blown out by the promoters for like $5. Like, can you believe that? So the fans are obviously getting really upset by this. You've got a person, let's say, if you think about the audience, who paid $250 standing next to another person that paid $5. So I guess what this is pointing toward is number one, that the business is definitely is bad. Concert business right now is poor. But number two, it's also saying that promoters are actually booking these acts into too large of a venues. And as a part of the system they've got, this whole shenanigans that they got going on, where they're simply overcharging for tickets initially. And the question that we as concert goers are kind of left wondering about here comes down to, well, is business bad because ticket prices are too high for the acts that have been on the road basically too often? Or is it maybe because the bands are playing old material on tours that basically have no album that they're promoting? Or is it just basically that the economy sucks, which it does suck? Live Nation, who's the main touring promoter, has already canceled, I don't know if you know this, over 200 shows. Now, they're disputing that claim. They're saying, no, we haven't canceled 200 shows, we only book 900 shows a year. But all the numbers are pointing that they are, indeed canceling loads and loads of concerts. But, without a convincing reason to go and see an act, especially one who's been absent from the marketplace, without an album or even a single in several years, I think fans are basically deciding to sit a lot of these concerts out. But however, if an opportunity to go see the show arises, maybe to go for free, because you got to remember, aside from these $5 seats that they're blowing out, there's also a lot of tickets that are given away through radio stations and just friends of friends in the industry. Maybe some guy owns a car dealership and he gives everybody in the dealership free tickets, to a show. I'm sure you've heard of this or had this happen to you. I certainly have. So rather than, I guess, sit at home, why not go and see whoever, Bon Jovi, the Eagles, the Backstreet Boys, I guess. So anyway, let's hit the subscriber question this week with the question from Ethan out in London, England. He wrote, Andrew, I keep reading comments around the YouTube guitar string changing videos where some people say that you should always change your guitar strings one at a time. Is this true? And what could happen if you removed all the strings to either work on the neck's frets or to clean the frets and fingerboard nicely? Well, thanks for writing in, Ethan. You know, to me, it doesn't make much of a difference one way or the other. I never do them one at a time, but I suppose if the fingerboard isn't dirty and the body and the face of the peg head isn't dirty or dusty, and you don't need to, let's say, clean anything, you know, I suppose that one at a time would be okay if you were a super paranoid, you know, pernickety type of person. You know, I suppose that using that way to change strings would keep all the tensions close to unchanged, and probably, you know, I guess better if you were perhaps in the middle of recording an album or something. You know, in my experience, the one at a time string changers are just people who are terrified to change their action in any way. And in some cases, like, you know, maybe while in the midst of recording an album, for instance, I can, you know, I can't really say, I guess, that, you know, I really blame them, I suppose. But the other side of this is that it's tough to clean a fingerboard with the strings on. And you certainly can't work on, let's say, something like a raised fret, or perhaps do a fret repair with the strings on at regular tension. It's just impossible. So to answer your question, it is perfectly fine to remove all the strings at once while doing a string change. It won't, it certainly won't warp your neck or cause you any problems or anything. So you're okay with that. I'm not sure how all these rumors got started on the internet or whatnot. I have seen that myself. I've seen that people posting that in my own string changing videos, but it's definitely a falsehood, so no need to be concerned about it. Anyway, that's all the time I have for today. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. I'll be blogging again next week. Take care. Bye for now, and we'll see you next time.